To enhance your learning, it's important to understand independent and collaborative learning and when to utilize each of these aspects. Independent is what you most likely have done most of your life, which is you with the content and material doing the practice problems by yourself. Interdependent or collaborative learning is when you're working with a group, a study group, a team, a class project, but there you are working with, discussing, interacting with other students, and through that process you are learning the content. The last is dependent learning. This is where you get stuck and you go to the teacher, your instructor, a teaching assistant, or the professor. It's important to understand how all of these work and the order you should really look at them. If before you've tried to learn any of the material, the first thing you do is go to office hours, you're jumping to dependent learning. You haven't tried to integrate this knowledge into your prior knowledge by yourself. This is a common mistake. You think, I'll go to the professor and the professor will tell me what the most important parts are and then I'll focus on those. If it's in your course, it's important. And most likely, even if it doesn't look that important, it could be a component skill that you have to have before you can get to the more advanced material. What you should do first is independent learning. Take all of the information and try and integrate it in with your prior knowledge. Connect it with things you already know, read through the material, outline it if you will, always do practice problems, and spend time trying to integrate that knowledge by yourself. From there, it is a very good idea to do interdependent, collaborative. When studying with a group, someone may ask a question that you hadn't thought of. By trying to explain the concept to them, you yourself will learn it better. Or it may have been something you hadn't thought of and didn't understand. You're going to get feedback from your study partners when you're going through this process. So interdependent learning can be very, very powerful. Dependent, we all get stuck. If through independent and interdependent, there's still things you don't understand or feel like you just can't grasp, go ask your professor. If you've done this process, if you've digested the information and tried to integrate it into prior knowledge, talked with a study group, worked with a team to see if you could understand it, and then come to your professor for office hours, they're going to be ecstatic because they know that you know how learning works. And they know that there's some concepts, three-dimensional organic molecules. Every semester, students always have problems with it. I expect a ton of students in my office, even if they have tried to learn it on their own, discussed it with a study group, I know there's going to be students that need help. There's nothing wrong with that. And that's the way you should go about it. So first, independent. Try it on your own. Second, get a study group. Go interdependent, collaborative. And then, don't sit there and get frustrated and struggle by yourself. Go get help. We're here. College professors chose this career because they love learning and they love to share their knowledge.